It was the week before Christmas, and Edie, a mean old Grinch, was doing her best to ignore the festivities. That is until a mysterious package arrived at her door containing a jigsaw puzzle, her favorite, and a letter. She will have to live through 4 murders. All have some connection to her past, and she is tasked in solving them. Will Edie be able to look into herself, change her Scroogey ways, and make amends? Or will these 4 murders sit on her conscience forever? Hello bookworms, welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas, or just happy days if you don't celebrate. This month I have 2 videos for you in the Christmas spirit of murder. Yes, I will be reviewing 2 Christmas themed thrillers this year because it's either that or some cheesy Christmas romance, and there isn't enough Glühwein in the world to make me read those. So, the Christmas Jigsaw Murders was written by Alexandra Benedict and honestly has the title of a Christmas-themed murder mystery party game, which is not a negative. I will get to those in a second. Anyway, this novel is about Edie, an 80-year-old crossword creator, an overall puzzle whiz, also an overall asshole, who will be the first one to admit it. And right before her least favorite time of the year, Christmas, she receives a mysterious box containing a jigsaw puzzle and a threat. There will be a series of murders, and she will have to solve them using her puzzle-solving skills. They are all somehow related to her, and it's implied that in order to solve them, she will have to confess some wrongdoings she did in her past. So let's get right into things and to the bottom line before I go into more details. This book was rather stupid. More stupid than those cheesy Christmas romances? Who knows? But this book probably was aiming to some heartfelt Christmas Carol-style resolution, but the author has neither the wit nor the sophistication to be even slightly compared to Charles Dickens. If you're looking for something fast and silly to pass the time, and for some reason it has to be Christmas-themed, I suppose you can do worse. But if you want an actually good book with a good mystery, that's not it. But now let's get into more details and let's get the positives out of the way first. The book is a fast read, so even if you dislike it, and I did, at least you won't waste too much of your time. Also, I do like the fact that we have a regular person who is trying to solve a mystery, even though it's hardly original, and I appreciate the idea of making this all happen in Christmas and have a moral of the story with some parallels to Dickens's A Christmas Carol. I don't think she succeeded, but I appreciate the thought, I guess. Okay, now let's talk about why I think this book is stupid. It just comes to bad writing, both in world building and creating a good mystery. Let's start with the latter. I won't get into spoilers in case you actually want to read this book, but both the logic of solving the mystery and the solution itself don't really work. Look, in order to create a good mystery, you will have to present the reader with all the information they need to solve it. And at the end, when we find out who done it and why and how, we need this big oh moment when we realize what clues we missed. This doesn't happen here. In short, the solution, who the murder is, why they did it, why was Edie targeted, why were the clues presented as a jigsaw puzzle, all of that, none of it makes sense eventually. Ironically, we don't have all the puzzle pieces Edie arranges for us at the end. And no, that's not on purpose. It's not one of those cases of this is real life, things don't always make sense. No, it was supposed to all fit together, and it just came out of nowhere. Next, we have the entire issue of world building. I know this term is usually used in context of fantasy or science fiction, but we do have world building in every book. Where does it take place? Who are the characters, etc. And here, everything was so badly written. It's somehow worse considering she didn't have to describe, otherworldly creatures or settings. But everything in this book was so surface level, from characters and their relationship, their personalities and their ages, to the geography of the setting. On the one hand, it seems like she lives in this fancy suburb because everyone has a house, but then you don't really have this sense of exclusivity and entitlement that comes with it. And on the other hand, everyone went to the same school and go to the same pub. So you also get the British village vibe, but it's also not quite it. And this might sound like a nitpicking, but it was very difficult to imagine who these people are. are, how their lives look like, how would they react to something like a murder. Your lifestyle is an indicator of your personality, what you find important, and how you present yourself. And it's very difficult to understand characters without knowing these things, including their ages. I just have to mention that the ages and timelines in this book are so unclear. So Edie is 80 years old, okay? And she used to be a teacher. When was it? 10 years ago? 20? More? Another character was her student. How old is that character? How long ago was it? There's a bit here where the only description of a woman was that she looked youngish. What the hell is youngish? 20? 30? Compared to Edie, she could be 40. That's youngish when you're 80. And this is extra important when we have a plot point with a young person being mistreated by an older person. So what are we talking about? An 18-year-old victim and a 22-year-old criminal? Surely we will see it slightly differently if their ages were actually 8 and 30, right? So basically I can just say that this book suffers from bad writing. Characters weren't fleshed out, clues weren't clearly staged in order to create a mysterious yet solvable puzzle, conversation felt forced and inorganic, and the backstory was a big mess. Overall, this was neither a good mystery nor a good book. So to conclude, I don't think this book was well written at all. There are cutesy Christmas murder mysteries with a heartfelt message in addition to an interesting puzzle. This one isn't it, so I honestly don't recommend you waste your time with it. I will say that at least it was a fast read, so if you do need to waste a couple of hours where your brain is turned off, sure, it can work. I can also see the appeal in the cozy murder mystery, reading it while outside snow falls. But again, there are better books in this genre, and if you can recommend some, make sure to write them down below. And that was it for my review, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video at least informative, if not entertaining. And if you did, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss my next Christmas mystery review, or just generally any other video I upload. Again, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.